All right, up at the top right part of the map, GSL Daybreak is our yellow Zerg player, former GSL champion. If he wins this game, he stays alive in the GSL. He is
starting FruitDealer.
The FruitDealer.
The FruitDealer.
You know, the fruit dealers in Korea, a lot of them drive around in trucks and yell out of microphones about their fruit.
True.
Down at the bottom of the map, we have our foreigner Protoss. He is
Sase.
You know what's interesting about that is FruitDealer, actually himself personally, is pretty quiet and reserved.
Yeah, he is. He's a quiet guy. Thanks to Sony Ericsson and G-Skill for bringing us quiet guys like FruitDealer that are really good at StarCraft 2. You can watch them play. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yep. So, I'm really curious to see what Sase has got planned here. It looks like he wants to Forge Expand. Which, do you think that'd be a little bit tougher on this map? I mean, the
rush distance is pretty far. I think doing a Forge Expand on this map is pretty smart. I think he's also relying on, well, he's not relying on this, but he's predicting that FruitDealer is going to be going for Hatch first. I like this little probe harass that Sase is doing. He's poking the drones, poking the minerals, so the drones have to walk further and go to the side. And that sounds really insignificant, but if you consistently do that, you actually deny so much mining. And
thought he was going to get there in time to deny the hatchery,
not
but he
quite.
turned around at the last second. Could have gotten there, but there's the
try to cannon
pylon.
here. The Overlord is coming to look for it.
Yeah, he will.
He hasn't added a forge at home yet, though, so this could be just another one of our fakes that we saw.
Could be, yeah. Sase actually planning on canceling that and going Nexus first, it looks like. Causing FruitDealer to pull a couple drones, so not a big response at the moment, but every little bit counts. And yeah, Sase will be going Nexus first, it looks like. Yep, there's the Nexus right now.
Delayed his Nexus just slightly by that pylon, but did, of course, force several workers off the mining.
Yeah.
For a short period of time.
Still doing some more probe harassment. You know, probe harassment is like the most annoying thing in the world. It actually is.
It is one of the most frustrating things.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to deal with if your opponent is someone like Huck or Sase, who just is known for that even.
Yeah.
You know when you see that probe come in, you're like, well,
like,
this
no.
is going to be a chore.
It's like, I just want to build my barracks.
I just want to spam, you know, and build my barracks and do nothing at the beginning of the game, but this guy,
I can't spam now. My APM is going to look lower at the end of the game. First cannon's on the way, and the Overlord has to make a run for it. Nothing more embarrassing than losing an Overlord to a cannon.
Except if it's the cannon that blocked the Nexus that you have to go and then kill and then make Nexus.
Yeah,
that one time was
that's
a little
actually
bit more
true. Yeah, San knows about a little bit more embarrassing situations. That's, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there's a game on Terminus where Hozo-san, formerly San Zenith, accidentally blocked his own Nexus with a pylon. That was a bit embarrassing.
Well, this probe patrol rally here is actually really good.
Yeah.
Sase's actually managed to keep that probe alive for quite some time.
Well, he's kind of picking up scouting Zerglings along the way, too, and just kind of creating this train of Zerglings that are not scouting his base because of it, too. So, kind of a really cool little trick by Sase. I like that.
Well, he's been able to keep the probe alive for much longer than I expected it to live. It's actually made 2 laps now.
Wow. If this were Mario Kart, it'd be on the final lap right now.
The music would get faster and everything, but then the probe just died, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. Those Zerglings had red shells, though. No hope. You know, though, a truly Gosu Mario Kart player is good with the green shells.
Sase is not getting Warp Gate research. He's getting +1 air weapons.
Well.
Now, this may be a mistake, but I don't think so. I think this is intentional. I think he's going to get a Stargate here very soon.
That would be awesome if that were true. I would just feel horrible if it was a mistake.
And there it is. Stargate goes down.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that's awesome. So, this is something we actually saw Guinea Pig do way back in one of the open seasons when he played Protoss.
Yeah, that was, he was the first person to really make this Void Ray Colossus style work. And I actually changed my, Guinea Pig was my favorite Protoss at the time because that was so innovative. Yeah, 2 Stargates. And that play was so innovative and different that I had to switch my entire play because of it. I started going Void Rays all the time.
That's really cool, man.
And Sase is going to lose both of these Zealots out here in the middle of the map. We've talked a little bit about this now.
Yeah.
FruitDealer is going to be doing a Baneling bust all in. And guess what? Sase has only 1 Photon Cannon. He's making a second one right now.
Sase's
he is not going to have... Yeah, he doesn't even have a wall off, man.
Yeah,
this is not going to work. Sase is actually going to lose in an embarrassing fashion here. And he's forced a force field right now. And 12 Banelings being morphed outside of his base that he has no idea about.
I like Sase's opening so much. It's so cool, but I think it's just going to die to this. I hate to say it.
I think you're exactly right because the Banelings are on rally right now. He only has those 2 cannons.
Oh, no.
He's starting to realize what's going on, but it may be too late. Force field blocks out the Banelings with the Cybernetics core.
Oh, look at that!
Cybernetics core lives for a little bit longer, but he is going to take it out by the looks of it, and he's going to lose that +1 air weapons. But you know what? With what Sase is doing here, FruitDealer doesn't have much of an answer for 2 Stargate Void Ray if he holds on a little bit longer.
You know, yeah, if he can live, he might be okay. I mean, it's too bad that he lost a +1, but it sure beats dying. So, yeah, Sase's still in it.
And yeah, it sure does beat dying. FruitDealer maybe deciding to go for another bust here, in fact, making 8 more Banelings. And you know, I think this is a wrong choice by FruitDealer. I don't think this is going to work at all.
This is, it's a very risky choice, but that also makes it a very FruitDealer choice.
Yeah, this is exactly like something FruitDealer would do in a situation like this.
This is 100% FruitDealer style.
4 more Banelings being made. He's going to have a total of 12 when he goes for this bust.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what he's going to target. He might go for the gateway. It's low on shields.
Or he could go for the pylon between the gate and the Cybernetics core. Great force field
Oh,
from
and
Sase.
guess what? Void Rays are out.
Look at that. I don't know if he's going to be able to kill the gateway. He does get it, but Sase does have another force field. Oh, man.
Things are not looking good for FruitDealer as 3 Void Rays, are already out. 2 more already on the way. They're being chrono boosted out. Sase looking like he is in a really good position from here. There are 2 queens out, 2 more on the way.
My heart rate's going a million miles an hour right now, Wolf.
And he's going to have 4 queens, but 4 queens against 5 Void Rays. That doesn't work out too well. And plus, FruitDealer's already killing Overlords on his way over there. He's supply blocked FruitDealer.
Well, if FruitDealer like retreats to his main or something, Sase can even charge up on that neutral depot before going in and trying to engage those queens too. So yeah, he's in a great position. He's got a lot of options. Here come the Void Rays.
Here they come. It's 3 on 3, but 1 queen is not participating.
Oh, Sase has
They don't have enough energy for transfuse. Now it's 4 on 3. These queens do have to get out, or rather the Void Rays have to get out of there.
Yeah.
But only a little bit of damage done to the hull of 1 Void Ray.
2 spores on the way right now for FruitDealer as well. He's also getting +1 missile attacks. Probably going to want to put down a Hydra Den very, very soon. Sase's got a window of opportunity here, but I don't think it's going to be open for long.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go around the backside here. FruitDealer actually doesn't have a spore at the back of his natural, and with 5 Void Rays barreling down on that location, is he going to be able to hold it? It's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
He's actually going to go around into the main. He wants to engage these queens straight up by the looks of it.
Doesn't want to engage that Spore Crawler, though. It's almost like we're playing a free-for-all here, and he's just the guy who makes nothing but Void Rays.
Charging up on these extractors.
Oh, he's got level 2 charge for all those Void Rays. He's got a turn. He's got a micro.
Nice micro, but he has to get out of there. And almost loses 1 Void Ray. 7 hit points left on that Void Ray.
Now just imagine what this would be doing if +1 weapons had finished.
Exactly, that would have been much better. These Zerglings are actually being taken out by 1 Void Ray outside of the main of Sase, and FruitDealer looks like he is just falling apart. Meanwhile, Sase's restarted his +1 weapons for his air. He's also got a robotic support bay on the way and a second robo. He's just going to be going straight into Void Ray Colossus off of 2 base, and I don't blame him.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, accidentally shooting his pylon there for a second, but I think that's a great idea because, yeah, FruitDealer's had to spend so much redroning, so much on Spore Crawlers.
And just losing these gases here is not something that FruitDealer wants to deal
charged.
with. Oh, loses 1 Void Ray, but that's okay. He's done a lot of damage to these Void Rays so far.
Yep.
And look at this, catching the Zerglings outside the natural of Sase, cleans up all of them.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to take out that cannon now. Make room for the gateway units. He does have 5 gates, I believe. No, 4 gates out right now. Oh, it is 5.
Yeah, total of 5 now. Of course, he lost a gateway twice at his wall off.
There are 2 Colossi on the way as well. He's double roboing it.
Double robo all the way.
That's right.
And
what does it mean, Wolf?
I don't know. Well, Sase's not getting range despite having enough resources for that, so I think he's going to start that pretty soon as well.
There it is.
And a second Baneling nest going down for FruitDealer.
Well, I mean, all FruitDealer has right now is... Wait, what did you say?
A second Baneling nest. And oh no,
right.
Sase wanted to charge up here, but oops.
Oh, losing a Void Ray. Not going to lose another one. Thankfully, he does have a bunch of gateway units Colossi on the way. But yeah, that second Baneling nest for FruitDealer is getting close to finishing. I don't know, this double Baneling nest play, it's pretty high-level stuff, Wolf. I think he's just auto-making it. I mean, he's like, oh, this is the time when I get my Spire and my Baneling nest. But he's like, oh, I already made one because I tried to all in. Yeah.
He's kind of forgetting about it. I think he didn't expect to last this long after. Now that third base is going to have to be canceled. Sase doing such a great job of being active with the Void Rays.
He's got to be
the
careful,
Colossi almost getting caught here. They do get caught by some of the Zerlings, but there may be enough firepower to clean up, just barely enough.
Yep. That was a close call.
That was a close call.
Sase did manage to get the cancel on that third, so that's extremely helpful right now. All he needs to do is just kind of wait, stay back, stay defensive, get that death ball, move out, and win.
Well, 12 Corruptors in production as that Spire finishes. The third base of FruitDealer at the top left did finish. +1 weapons for Arrow on the way, +1 melee weapons for those Zerglings and Banelings.
Finish?
His second Baneling Nest did finish. In fact,
good.
he's researching Baneling speed. At his second one, he doesn't... His first one failed him. You know, his first one, he wanted to make some Banelings there.
He needed a better one.
It didn't really work out. He's like, all right, well, maybe I need a second Baneling Nest. Maybe my Banelings will feel more confident in their training.
Why didn't my all-in work? It must be the Baneling Nest. I just need a new one.
He just attacks his own Baneling Nest.
The Baneling Nest at that.
Like, this will solve the problem.
Yeah, that one was defective. The Banelings didn't do as much damage. We need
FruitDealer actually doesn't have his queens over defending this hatchery, but instead he has 12 Corruptors, and he is going to catch these Void Rays.
Yeah, he's going to catch everything, actually. Sase needed to make a run for it, and not a lot of anti-air. In fact, he's in danger of losing his Colossi, too, if this comes all the way back to the base.
Yeah, his Colossi are at risk, but a few Stalkers are coming out here to pressure the Corruptors away.
Yep. It'll be able to chase them.
Blink is on the way. 44 Zerlings in production right now for FruitDealer. He wants to put on some hyper-aggression at that third base, I think. He wants to shut it down. He wants to kill it, actually.
Yeah.
Now, Baneling speed is finishing up, as well as +1 flyer attacks. I think FruitDealer is actually going to hit this really nice timing where he can try to break Sase's third.
Yeah, I mean, this is really interesting. We thought FruitDealer was pretty far behind, and he was, but Sase's plan just takes a long time to get going. And
I like this. He's just going to try to poke at these Phoenixes and the Colossi, but getting caught a little bit too much, does lose some Phoenixes, and maybe a Void Ray.
Trades a Phoenix for a Corruptor, basically. More Stalkers coming in right now as well. More Corruptors on the way for FruitDealer. And the supply is looking pretty good for Sase. About 30 supply up right now.
Yeah, but FruitDealer, man, he's been catching up. And 7 creep tumors being made at a time. His creep spread is starting to get down through the middle of the map. He's doing a great job with his creep, getting +2 melee attacks and flyer attacks at the exact same moment. And Sase is going to try to bravely take a 4th in the middle of the map.
Yeah,
that's going to be pretty hard to hold against the amount of speedlings that FruitDealer is getting with those upgrades.
Well, I feel like there were a couple times just very recently where Sase was thinking about moving out, but FruitDealer put that pressure on him with the Corruptors, and he was like, well, I guess I'll just take another base and try to macro a little bit more. Oh, goodbye, Observer.
Yeah, Sase is no longer spying on FruitDealer's army.
Nope.
And FruitDealer actually making 12 Banelings right now in the middle of the map.
All right.
Does not actually have Overlord drops, nor Overlord speed, so he's not going to be able to drop any of these Banelings.
He is getting an infestation pit, but it looks like this army might decide to engage first, blinking ahead to try to take out some of the Corruptors. Zergling's getting a little bit over-aggressive.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough Zerglings to make this work just yet. He needs to wait. I think he thought maybe if he blinks forward, I can catch him when he's on cooldown, but...
I feel like Sase's army could just straight up beat FruitDealer's army right now.
Yeah, what Sase is actually doing right now is waiting until his Protoss army is maxed, which is something that you do when you're behind and your opponent has more bases than you, and then you attack and hope to win. But in this case, Sase is actually allowing FruitDealer to catch up.
Yeah, I don't think Sase really realizes how behind FruitDealer was after that for some reason. It could be a little bit of the nerves or something like that, but he could just literally walk across the map right now.
Well, right now, FruitDealer's on his way to having the Deadly Zerg composition. Oh, gonna catch some Void Rays here, but he needs to get out of there.
Yeah, needs to be careful. Nice blink ahead.
Forward. And the Zerglings are gonna engage. I don't think that's a good idea.
Whoa, no, not at all.
I think Sase knows where he is now. I think he actually is gonna go for an attack.
He's like, well, I guess your army just really isn't that big. I should push. And here he goes. That's a lot of Void Rays and a lot of Colossi, a lot of Stalkers backing him up. This is a pretty scary death ball.
Some Banelings coming forward here, but that's not going to be enough.
No, microing. Oh, nicely microing the Stalkers away from the Banelings. They exploded mostly on the Immortals and stuff. And yeah, Sase looks like he's just going to win. Yeah,
it looks like he is just going to win. He has way too many units for FruitDealer to deal with. Some Infested Terrans being dropped.
GG.
Sase ties it up 1-1.
How about that? And what an awesome strategy that was to watch, too. That's really fun. I like this guy. He's okay. This Sase guy, he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
He held that all in pretty well. His reaction time was pretty good.
Yeah, and great force fields.
You know, his nose was working. He smelled the Baneling aggression. made some extra cannons. He figured it out. Finally sent a probe out to check for the Zerglings. He saw them. He was like, oh, I see what's going on
Dealer's
here.
like, what am I thinking? Baneling busting Protoss. I'm not July Zerg. He is on July's team, though, so.
He went for it, and it was kind of a failure.
Yeah.
And even so, though, he almost came back.
Yeah.
He was on his way to that in-game Zerg composition. He had a hive on the way. He had his pathogen glands done. His first few infestors had popped, but it was too late. If he had held on for maybe, like literally maybe 60 to 90 more in-game seconds, he might have actually been able to pull back, maybe lose one of his bases, and then just hold and then play an even game with Sase from there.
Well, yeah, I mean, he really did everything he could. It's really hard to come back from a situation like that, you know, when you're so far behind, but he played well. I got to say, too, I mean, FruitDealer, I feel like he's playing better today than we've seen him play in a long time, you know? It's kind of cool to see. I mean, he's one of those players where it's like, I've always kind of felt bad, you know, that he kind of started losing a lot and didn't really seem to be practicing much. I heard from a lot of people, actually, that he didn't practice as much after he got that victory in that first open season.
Well, that's happened to a lot of players.
Yeah, I mean, MC is another golden example of that, too.
Yeah, MC is all the way out.
Yeah, he's not even in the GSL anymore.
No, he's gone.
Well, our third map is Crossfire. I'd say a pretty good map for Sase.
Yeah, I would say so. It depends on what style FruitDealer wants to go with.
True.
I think we're going to see FruitDealer go Mutiling on this map. Have to wait and find out. Mutiling is quite strong, but also Roach Speedling all-ins are pretty popular as well here, and with FruitDealer, you never know.
That's true. I mean, if Sase decides to Forge Expand, that Roachling all-in can be pretty deadly on a map like
Especially on
this.
Crossfire. The natural is so wide open, it's so hard to wall that off.
We've seen many Zergs win like that in the past. The game is starting. Who's going to come out on top, Sase or FruitDealer? Let's find out.